All right, if we were going to expand on our discussion of buses and cars, we would then go and talk about seat belts and why they are not necessary in buses and why they are mandatory in cars. That would be our next discussion point. So buses, both types of transport travel via roads across land. However, buses do not require seat belts, whereas in cars they are mandatory. You might have an explanation that the government has made strict laws regarding the safety of road travel in cars due to the high number of incidents on the road. And then you might have like a contrastingly, buses have lower accident rates or statistics, which negates the need for excessive safety requirements. This would be like your next like your explanation of this. You have your text 1, which is your cars. So we'll call this, oh, there is no good colour for it. So cars are going to be red because there's lots of accidents, and buses are going to be green. And contrastingly is your comparative word. This would be your explanation of the next text. So this is like your, I guess if you were going to treat it like a hamburger, this is like your stuffing, okay? This is how you're going to fill it in and how you're going to explain it. Lastly, you're going to add a sentence that explores what both do. So, what you would do is write something along the lines of, despite the difference in the seatbelt laws, many buses all have seatbelts anyway, as customers prefer them, especially schools. Right, so we've got that little bit there. Despite the differences, this demonstrates that seatbelts are valued in both forms of transport. So despite the differences, you've got your comparative here, and you've got your both over here. This is your buses. And this whole section here is your comparative. All right, this is a very simple paragraph based around buses and cars. We're going to be looking at this more from a text perspective and looking at what the messages are that Shakespeare and the directors of Tangled have. But at the moment, take this as general structure for your comparative. There is quite a bit of comparative language in there, and that is what you guys need to be working on, as that is part of your assessment criteria.